So the good news has at its very essence the message to celebrate. Babylon is fallen. The swamp is drained. And the strategy is very simple. As one person after another is converted and becomes an actual disciple and starts walking in love and being conformed into the image of Christ, then all of the bad that we would have done that would have added to the swamp now becomes walking in love and serving others and lifting people up and building people up, and it drains the swamp. And we really do need, there really are two elements to the covenant of God, the law and the gospel. And we never want to underestimate the power of the law, because the power of the law is to restrain lawlessness until the time of Reformation. So when we are looking at this election that's coming up, we really, although probably most of us have already voted, but we need to keep praying that people will understand that the law's primary purpose is to reward good behavior and to punish bad behavior. The law is not here to create a system for people to make themselves rich at other people's expense. The law is not here to silence other voices and to conform people to whatever they believe as elites it should be. But the law, we must vote for people who will put in order our nation, things like abortion. We need to put things in order where people will recognize that our children should not be taught that there are more than two genders. And this is actually loving. It's hard for a lot of Christians to understand this, but we are called to walk in love. And one of the most loving things we can do is speak the truth in love about everything according to how God designed things to be. And really, at the heart of the kingdom and the wisdom of God is the family. As families are destroyed, as relationships fall apart, people are hurt. And this is never what's in the heart of God for people. You know, like when the marriage covenant is destroyed, and we understand that this often happens in our culture because people don't fear the Lord. We don't walk with God. It's not, the covenant is not, you shall not get divorced. The covenant is that we will love, honor, and cherish. We will be committed in sickness and health, good times and bad. We will love one another. We will be friends to one another. We will serve one another as Christ has served us. And once that covenant is broken, it necessarily affects people's lives in a negative fashion. Now, I thank God that there's healing, that there's restoration, that there's grace, because we're living in a time when the marriage covenant is being broken constantly. And that breaks the heart of God because it hurts people's lives. And then when people are hurt, they reach out for self-medication. They do things that hurt others because they're hurting, and now the swamp just starts to grow rapidly in the earth. And the problem that we have is that when people have been hurt, they often cannot heal themselves, right? And so what they do is they make a bigger mess. They make the swamp increase. And the swamp is really something interesting, too, because we understand in politics, I often hear people complaining and pointing the finger at the politicians